Hi all. Right, back to Obsession. I should have noted in this playthrough this is upstairs downstairs I suppose. So Obsession using the upstairs downstairs expansion. Playing the extended play of the Lambton Worm. 327. Yeah. No chance. No chance, Grant. Yeah, I think the way things have went up to now, I mean, I've not started sort of trying to calculate anything, but no, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. But well, we'll see. I think the guests that I got have been pretty rotten. The objectives that I've got have not been the best as well. So I think my estate's pretty decent looking, to be honest, but. Difficult still to compete with the 26 in estate and the 36 in prestige though. In fact, I don't know if you could get anywhere near that really. I mean, to be honest, I've had my chances at prestige, and then okay, we've still got a couple of rooms left to flip here, but yeah, sorry, this is part 4 of this attempt at the worm. And hopefully should be the last part because I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 more activities. 4 more rounds, and then the final courtship. Whether one of the rounds is going to pass or not, I don't know. I've not got much in the way of guess there now. I do feel like I was watching back on I've just uploaded the first part. And yeah, it was alright. It came across alright. I think I'm a bit sluggish and whatever, but that's me in general, really. I do feel like I've not really been shown the cards. I think it's mainly because I'm restricted to this. I've really just got a square bit of table here because my other games are taking up the bigger parts of the table. So I'd like to have given this more space and been able to show the cards. So if I do another playthrough of this, which I imagine I will, I'd like to see where I get with this, and see, yeah, I mean, I might even start right again and give it another go. We'll see. Maybe when I've got a couple of days off next week, so. Maybe I'll sit down then and give it another try. Yeah, because yeah, I'm not. Well, obviously I'm curious to see what number I'm going to end up with, but I'm not going to beat it. Okay, and yeah, I noticed one comment I made about the first part. I was talking about this. Right, what's that? So you get the glare, Grant. The dynamic AI, and I was. Found myself scratching my head and baffled about this courtship monument and courtship tile and the fact that they're not used in solo. And then I thought, well, wait a minute, this is a dynamic AI for the solo. However, it is for co-op as well. For co-op and solo, I've no idea how the co-op side of it works. My guess is it must be within that. Quite curious to look at that, actually. That would be interesting to look at. So, yeah, my guess is it's got to make the courtship tiles, courtship cards revealed in some way or other, so that you can actually have these options. So yeah, don't know how it works, but my guess is it's to do with that. So I'll put a comment in the header of part 1. Okay, shall we get on? We've got one more courtship to go. And yeah, they drew a state there, and that's kind of, well, I figured we had to draw one of them. I think it would be more beneficial to us if it had been prestige, to be honest, even though prestige is 10 points more than estate. It's just that we've got a fair amount of points or sell in prestige. And not so estate, although I dare say we did recently get the English garden flipped over. And we do have the flower room. I guess that's probably only going to be a 2 or maybe a 3. Yeah, it's a 3. So that would take us up to 10. But there is a couple of options in the market though, as well. But it's all probably a little too late. You know, that's a 2, that's a 3. Let's just what did I say? That would take us up 5, 7, 10. That flips into a 4 monument. And that flips into a 6. So would be another 10 if I was able to purchase them and flip all 3 of them. So, and like I say, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 possible activities left. So we don't have any money. Yeah, unlikely. I think we're just gonna have to grab what we can and see. Now, it's not all about beating them for the courtship at the end. I mean, if they do win the last one, they get the extra. That's when they grab one of the cards and they count the victory points towards it. Excuse me. And they also get our victory point card. Now, we picked up 2 cards, they picked up 1. My guess is they're going to end up with a second one as well. So you could say, well, that's fair. They've got 2 victory point cards, we've got 2. And, well, they do benefit from the 8 victory points. But however, we've had the use of Elizabeth twice in 2 seasons as well. So that should count for something. Unfortunately, I think, like I've said, every prestige guest that we've got has only been a prestige value of 3 or a reputation value of 3. Which means, the 2 that I've got in my hand right now are worth 2. One's worth 2 victory points and one's worth 1. So, yeah, I think that's just not went so well. But anyway, that's what it is. Sorry, little dog squeaking. So I'm keeping her away for the tiles though, Dan, so I don't need to calling you again. Yeah, still haven't received it yet, but I guess coming across from your bit is it's going to take a little while, but hopefully for the next game we'll see it back to its refurbished state. Okay, so I've moved on and we are on a village fair, aren't we? Yeah, we're on a village fair round, so that's good. So yeah, let's get started. Now, I don't think we are passing, just looking over things. Well, like I say, I can always, if I get this started and then have a look. So we're going to rotate. Now, these are all in the servants' quarters. So we've got a lot in the servants' quarters. And of course, if we do decide we're going to pass, I'll just shove them all along. I was thinking about another possible pass, I think. Yeah, we were talking about trying to grab the 2 valets for this. Yeah, it's still a couple of turns away before we get another objective card draw. That's going to be right at the end. It's just going to be a lucky. I mean, to get a group bonus, you would have to be pretty lucky with the last objective card draw, I think. There is a temptation to pass again though, because then that would at least guarantee us 6 points. We've got the American Heiress in our discard pile, which is £800. Yeah, it's -3 reputation, but our reputation's up at 8.2. It only needs to get to 9. We've got 2 prestige tiles that we could flip, and both of them are worth rep when you use them, obviously. That's worth 3, that's worth 4. We've got the Cook, which can add on a 1. So I don't see any issue as well as getting to 9, and even if we used the Heiress to get the money. But passing, obviously, is losing us a turn an activity, isn't it? But shouldn't we do it now, maybe? This is the village fair round, isn't it? Just wonder if I'm going to do it, am I better just doing it now? I've been thinking about things for a while, and the service isn't great at the moment as well. We've got all our gentleman requirements, including the butler and under butler, in the servants' quarters, along with the cook. So, and remember, okay, we can use one of them, but So I was tempted to sort of say, well, why not pass this turn maybe? I don't think I'm not sure if I'm going to skip the pass or not. Right, okay, here's my thinking, and it's nothing terribly exciting, to be honest. So going to go to the flower room, I think. Hang on, Grant, you're skipping by things here. You missed your monument anyway. I was hanging on because I wasn't sure if I was going to pass it or not. So yeah, we've missed the. Yeah, let's take that back and start again. So we've rotated our service, round track and monument. Well, the monument gives us 1 reputation. The round track, we're on the village fair. We are going to take the useful man and put him on the private study. We're going to get 2 reputation. So 1, 2. So that's us. Oh no, that's not max. We're almost at 9, and also £500 because we've got the useful man there. Right. Okay. Then I'm going to host an activity. I'm going to go for the flower room. I guess just with him pulling up a state. But I really want to flip things into bigger points. That's the main thing. I mean, that's going to flip from a 0 to 3. So I'm gaining 3 points. If I was to look at the music room, it's at 3 points. It would go up to 6. So I'm gaining 3 points by doing that as well. The smoking room's probably similar, 1 up to 4, so there's a gain of 3 points. So it's not that this is a weaker option. This will give me a prestige guest as well, whereas the prestige tiles are going to give me reputation, which, okay, I'm wanting to max it out, but I'm not panicking on that as of yet. Okay, so I think I'm going to run the flower room. Yes, see, that I knew this was the issue, that all the footmen are in there as well. We need a footman for that. However, the prestige tiles, we need the butler for them. So he's in there as well. I'm the butler too. However, so that does mean that I'm not going to get the cook. Okay, so this would be 2 ladies. We do have the head housemaid though. So I want 2 ladies. Now I did ponder on bringing this lady along for our prestige guest, but the loss of the £200 here is going to hurt because I think I'm going to go for the Queen's Suite, which is 600. So that would mean that, well, my only option is to bring along these 2 ladies. And again, I should have showed you the cards. Well, like I say, the next game I play, I'm going to bring the cards into it more so that, maybe you want to look and think your own strategies and think, who would you use and what. So I think these 2, it's nothing great with the favours here. That's the thing, yeah. There's nothing really going to... Yeah, I really need to pass to get some of the stuff back, but whether I should have maybe passed here or not, I'm not sure. Because I might have to do it next round. Okay, so let's go with that and provide the service. So we need, unfortunately, we need to grab the footman from the servants' quarters. So that's all we can grab from there. And we need a lady's maid. And, well, the one other thing is we do have the head housemaid. So we might as well use her to do a screen either. It could be on here, it could be on the prestige guest, but I suppose to play it safe, we should put it on here, really, shouldn't we? Surely we're going to get a decent prestige guest eventually. I'm not saying they're being rubbish, but I just would have liked to have seen some higher ones. We've not really seen anything juicy, if you like. Right, so that's all I can do there, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so enjoy favours. We've got £100. We've got 1 reputation from this lady here. So that does take us to the max. That does take us up to max. So now gaining more reputation from there is not benefiting us at all. So what we do, if we do it, we in between gaining it, we'll drag some money back. I mean, there is also the option of refreshing a servant. Yeah, never really been thinking about that. That is probably quite important to think about as well. If you're going to try and beat this AI, you've got to put everything to use, and refresh Builder's Market. Like I say, I'm just not experienced enough to know when to do that, and yeah, what would make me do it, and the likes. But maybe after a few more games we'll get there with that. Okay. So that was my rep, yeah. So we're going to screen a casual guest, and then we get a prestige guest. So let me get 2 casual guests here. Let's see what we get. 1, 2. More glare. Sorry. Well, that's a good one. Right, that is glary. It's because I've moved things about a bit. Anyway, it's between her and her, so it's a bit of a no-brainer, isn't it? She's actually worth a point as well. She's one of the really good casual guests. Both need a lady's maid, but she gives a prestige guest, so we'll keep hold of her, and we'll discard the other. Stretch it up there. And then we still need a prestige guest from the actual activity in the flower room. So here we go. Let's get something. Come on. There we go. What about that? That's one of the... Yeah, I told you there was one that was 7. Wow. 5 victory points. I mean, we've got the rep to run her. Margaret Dowager Countess Fairchild. Ah, she's the Fairchild. The Grand Lady of Alderley Hall is the pride of Derbyshire and aunt to Charles and Elizabeth. £500 and a VP card. Wow. I'll tell you what. No, I can't do it. Oh, well. I've just used the head housemaid. I'm just looking at that because I'm talking about maybe getting that Queen Suite. Flips into a monument. Double 1 favour. Not really fussed about doubling the 500. Doubling the VP card, however. But we need 2 housekeepers and a lady's maid. But remember, the head housemaid can act as the housekeeper on that, can't she? She's going to be in servants' quarters. Yeah, that's a good one. So that's given me something to finish with, and 5 victory points on her own anyway. You know, even if I don't, well, I'm going to run her somehow. Even if it's not on a tile that needs the housekeeper, maybe I can run it on something else. Okay, right. Well, we'll think about that come the time. So is that everything? We've got our money. We've got our rep. We've done our screen casual guest. We've done our So I've got 600. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm going for that. The West Terrace wants 3 family to run it though. This is the problem. But this one is, in some ways, not great that you're only using 1 guest to run it. However, 2 VP cards. I mean, 2 VP cards, you're talking probably a minimum of 6 victory points for that. You know? And remember, this flips into, is it 6 or... Oh no, it's only 4. But it's a monument, which, yeah, okay. Right, yeah, I think I'm going to buy the Queen Suite. We can't reduce the cost of that, so it is 600. I've just got 600, so I'm going to buy that. I'll put it there and leave the space for the flower room to come in. Why am I a bit more glary than I was? I moved that lamp maybe. Right. Anyway, right. That's everything done. I'll tidy up. Yeah, I noticed I could do a bit of this off camera, really. I could pause here and just deal with all this, really, rather than you Need to watch my hairy knuckles getting in the way. So. Okay, that's everything back, and then this the 4-room flips into a 3. Wait now. My wee dog was at a cable again. In fact, she's still at it. Hang on. Right, I put her down the stairs. There's that many cables in this room, to be honest. And I've got to keep an eye on her. She starts wanting to chew at them. Wee puppies, what they like to chew at. Well, you've seen it already. Well, I've showed you it enough times. My conservatory. Anyway, that's 4-room flipped over. Yeah, and we can dismiss 2 guests with that. And we do actually have 2 guests in our deck that are negative. However, you know, we've got more, well, in some ways, more precious things to do with our activities. But in saying that, the 2 they're going to sit with -4 victory points in our hand. So, in actual fact, using that again with 3 ladies, dismissing them both. And remember, you could actually dismiss the ladies that you use, that you're wanting, that you could use the ladies and dismiss them. Pretty sure you can do that, so, and then that would gain us 4 victory points in a way, if you like. So, it's not that bad. Right, we've cleared everything up, so we need an AI dice roll to scavenge. Oh, hang on, I've not fixed the market yet with my Queen Suite removal. So let's do that. Drawing room's cheaper, so is the West Terrace. They're probably the 2 that might interest me. I don't know. Right, and then draw something out of the bag. See what we get. On gallery. Wow, we've really been hit with. Oh no, we've got that. Well, that's no good then. Yeah, we've got that already. Oh, it's a prestige come out in this game anyway. Right, and now we can roll to see what the AI is going to scavenge. And we've got 5. So that's a value tile, isn't it? On to 5 value tile with no monuments, so it is prestige, the cheapest prestige. There is 2 of them. Let's go take the drawing room then, innit? Yeah, because the drawing room's 500. So yeah, well, I might have tried to purchase it. I don't know. Right, and then to refresh this again. So we need another one for the 800. We get North Dining Room. Yeah, okay. And right, that's that. So that's us moving on to round 17. And yeah, what do we do? I think if we're going to pass, I think I need to seriously. Well, next time we get the objective card. I mean, once we go into the next turn, I'm not going to see the objective cards until I've decided if I'm going to pass or not. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, because it goes in that order, doesn't it? I would have to pass first, which refreshes service, reclaim the deck, then we observe the round track event. So I'd be committed into doing it then, and just like I wonder about seeing the cards first before making my decision, but I'm not going to be able to there. So I don't know. I mean, I've got there's my guests. I know you can't see them terribly well for there, but obviously getting this, I want to use this. I picked up that Queen Suite. I think I could. Yeah, I mean, I think I could do this turn. And double the VP card draw. I could possibly wait as well for that, but I think that's right though, innit? Better just double check that head housemaid again. Head housemaid, substitute the head housemaid for the housekeeper on a guest card where the housekeeper is an essential servant. Yeah, okay. So housekeeper's an essential servant on this card. We could use the housemaid in its place. Lady's maid there, and then we would be able to use our housekeeper there. And then we'd get £500 and 2 VP cards. It's not bad. £500. Now, could we add? We could bring the under butler on for the hall boy to add £100. Yes, we could. We can't use the useful man though. Just thinking, because this would be £600. This one, that's the one that wants 3 family though. Do I really want to go into that? I also noticed I kind of want this flipped as well, don't I? Because we're sitting 2, 7, 11, 14, 13, and that would flip us into 15, and they end with 14 in sporting. So, well, we do have a sporting tile to add to the. I mean, is that? I mean, should I just be giving up on winning the last courtship? Possibly, because yeah, I think I counted them up already that they're way ahead of us, and it's basically because of this. Because I mean, they've got 26 and that, and I've got 12. There's a big difference there. So yeah, I think I should be doing activities that really benefit me more. I mean, that is a 3-point victory swing, 3 victory point swing, flipping that anyway. So it still works, but all it's given me is 200. Well, and whoever you add to the mix, we do still need our our reputation up. So the likes of doing this, which gives us a 3 VP point swing as well. Needs 3 gentry, so it's a mixture. See, this is only a 2-point victory point swing, isn't it? For instance, but 2 VP cards. It's not too shabby, is it? Okay, Grant. All this talk, and I don't know if I'm going to pass. I don't know if. I mean, I could get the American Aires back. You know, grab some. Well, I can't. The long gallery's not any good. The West Terrace. Well, even if I just buy the West Terrace, it's 3 points. And that's towards the state as well. That's not terrible. So we need 600. And yeah, that prestige lady, the Countess, gives me 500. And where was I getting that extra 100? Yeah, I was going to use the under butler as a hall boy to get the 600, and then grab that West Terrace. So should I maybe do that this turn then, and then ponder? Yeah, because flipping this as well is going to give us an extra reputation every turn, because it turns into a monument. So yeah, okay, right. I think I'm going to do that. So back to the start of what's happening. We're going to rotate service. So they come along. These are in the servants' quarters. We're going to check the round track. There's nothing. We have 1 monument. We're going to up our reputation by 1 for that. We're going to host an activity. Okay, so let's just try this. Let's just go for it. So Queen Suite, that goes in there, and Queen Suite. Yeah, so 1 prestige guest. So there she is. Now, provides service. So hopefully I've got this right. The housekeeper has to come here. Oops. The housekeeper has to come here. While we're there, no, forget that. Housekeeper comes here. We need a lady's maid and a housekeeper here. we're going to grab the head housemaid from the, what do you call it, servants' quarters, to act as the housekeeper there on the card. She can do it on a card, not a tile. So I think that's right. And then finally, we're going to grab the under butler as the hall boy and get ourselves an extra £100 for that as well. Okay? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, and then we might look at the possibility of maybe not even passing and using up the last two. What did I say? I was going to grab the West Terrace, yeah, and I've not got the family to do it. Okay. So enjoy favours. Well, we're going to enjoy £500. No, we're going to enjoy £600 because we brought a hall boy along. So £600. And we do get to double one of these favours. I'm not going to choose to double that one. I'm going to double the VP card. So we're going to draw 2 VP cards. 1, 2, and we get... Well, there's a 4 to start with. Or... objective card draw now. I'm not sure what you do. I get the feeling you might draw 2 and pick one of them, but don't quote me on that. I'd need to look it up. However, it's 4 victory points, so I mean, if I can get another 4 out of this one, there you go. So that was 8 victory points. Well worth it. I get the feeling. That's me got 4 victory points now. I'll just show you them. I've got them off map a little bit. They're playing Empire of the Sun. So I've got these 4. Let's just double check that objective one then. All these cards. It has them on all these cards. They're really good. Review the top 2 objective cards. Keep one and discard the other. So that's pretty good. That's risky though. It's 4 victory points. These 2 I'm probably not going to use because I think I can get to the rep without... Well, I'm maxed already, am I not? Yeah, so these... Yeah, I think we keep them for victory points. This one, well... There you go. I mean, if I got that countess with that... that would have gained me a victory point because she's worth 5 and that's only worth 4. But you've seen what I've had most of the game has been ones that are like 1 and 2 victory points. So yeah, I think I probably want to try and keep hold of these really. But we'll see. Alright, so that was all our favours. So we're looking up the market, and I think the only one is the West Terrace. That's the only one that's really going to do anything for us. I mean, we're unlikely to flip it unless we do pass, I suppose, and feel like bringing 3 family. But I mean, 3 family, they don't give you an awful lot, and it's only a prestige guest you're getting. I mean, I'm not saying that's rubbish, but well, what does it flip into though, Grant? It flips into a 6, so it is 3 victory points. Well, maybe. If I do pass, then we'll consider it. Okay, so there's my 600. Going to buy the West Terrace and going to leave it there and leave the space for this Queen Suite, turning into its monument, and refresh, rotate, whatever, restock the market, get something to fill the £800 slot. We get North Library. No, it's not there. 4 gentlemen. So that's that. And we tidy things up. Yeah, so just double checking everyone's right. They are. Yeah, I think I was right. Right, I'll get things tidied up there. I suppose the other thought there is, just when I was putting her in the discard pile, thinking, I could pass and bring her back and do something like that. Well, we wouldn't be doing... Well, what was on... Oh, it's a monument on the back of this, yeah. We wouldn't be using it for that, but the fact she draws a victory point card and gives you £500 anyway is not to be sniffed at, you know. So anyway, that turns into a monument, so now we're going to get 2 rep per turn. And yeah, that's it. So AI, time to scavenge. Let's see what we get. Yeah, I mean, I still do have 7 cards as guests. 17 is position 5. Position 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. North dining room. Yeah, 5 gentry. I think you're looking for. Well, this West Saloon's looking for 7 gentry. Again, I would probably need to pass, and that'd be a nice one to finish on though. What does it flip into? Flips into it's 5 victory points, that, isn't it? See, I've not really been seeing much in the way of essentials, but they're the ones you kind of want to finish off with. One with a lot of guests. You know, and we've got lots of servants, so we could supply a lot of service. And obviously, if you're running out of house ladies' maids and the like, then you just chuck some people that don't need service in to finish off the 7. What about we pass next turn? Can we buy that though? No, we need £600. Damn. I should have thought about that. That was in the market before, wasn't it? Yeah, that was in the market before I choose that West Terrace. Was that silly? Maybe I looked at the front factor that the West Terrace had 3 victory points in the front, and not really think. I mean, I'm not even going to probably activate that, but not thinking about the bigger picture and maybe getting that. We pass, we get that Countess back. She can be part of this 7 gentry. You know, and when we pass, all our service is refreshed. Yeah, that's us moving on to the second one. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do it, are we? Damn. Can I get money? That's a lot, isn't it? Well, if I pass and don't hire, which is kind of because I'd hire 2 of them, wouldn't I? Yeah, well. Okay, right. Last £800. Well, we do still have the objective card draw to come. Right, that's Butler's Pantry. No, that's not any good to us, but it goes in the service. We've got that already, haven't we? Yeah, we were hoping to maybe seen the barn, weren't we? Never seen that. Oh, Carriage House. Place a footman to increase or decrease the activity guest count by 1 guest. That's pretty good, but I think too late in the day for to be of any use to us. I mean, it is 1 point. We're sitting at 4 in service. They finish on 5. But yeah, I don't think that matters. There's another West Terrace. We just bought that one. Right, okay. Oh, that's not very good then. Yeah, if I can... If I could find a way to pass and get £600 and buy that West Saloon. Right, let's move that on first, because that's us on to the 18th round. So we only have 2 more possible activities. And if we do this pass, we'd have to pass here. But we need to buy the West Saloon in the passing procedure. Well, we need a lot of reputation for that. And that's going to be silly, is it not? Yeah, if I just had 1 more round, I could get my money, get the West Saloon this turn, pass the next turn, and then go for it in the last turn. I'm not sure what to do then. I'm not sure what to do, and now there's all we've got left guess wise, and she's pretty good, by the way, but don't know. £200. I'd need £400, so that would cost me 8 reputation. That's far too much, Grant. You're going to gain 2 from your monuments. Okay, I'm still trying to think of that. So I just realised I could use the useful man, couldn't I? To make this £500. Get 200 for passing. So I need 600, which would be... No, sorry. I need £300, which would be 6 rep. I'm going to go 1, 2 rep up with my 2 monuments, and then I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'd be 8.3. I'd need to gain 3 more rep. Surely I could do that within the guests that I'm bringing back. Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely be able to do that. I mean, if I bring her along with a male guest, and that gives us 2 rep, and there's plenty other... I'm saying there's plenty other. Yeah, she's a couple rep, and we'd add a male guest as well, so that would take us to 8. So I reckon I could get back up there. Excuse me. And what did I say it was? It was worth 5 victory points to flip the West Saloon. Yes, it's sounding like maybe a good idea. Well, to me, to some of the rest of you, maybe not. Would also be able to possibly include the lady of the house to get rid of the American heiress. That's worth another 3 victory points, getting rid of her. Starting to sound like it might be an idea, this. Okay, let's do it. Let's do that. That sounds like a nice, exciting finish, though, as well. 7 guests, well, maybe 8 if I'm able to use that lady. And we're going to have all our service. Apart from, the only one we're not going to have is the useful man, because I'm going to have to... Well, in actual fact, he'll be in the servants' quarters, won't he? Won't he? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I'm going to choose to pass this turn. So we're going to follow the pass rules. I mean, well, could you avoid collecting the 200? Is this crazy talk? I'd need to look into that, because we would like to get 2 valets for the objective. If I'd done that, the West Saloon would be 600, 100 for the useful man, 500, that is 10 reputation. Would be up to, what did I say, 8.4. So 10 reputation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I'd be up to 9.4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be 7.4. So I then need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reputation out of my activity. Now hang on, no, Grant. You're going to get another 2 for your monument as well. Ooh, this is even more worthy, maybe. So I really need to find 5 reputation. Well, you better just double check that you can get that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure we could find somebody else. Yeah, I mean there is. In actual fact, there's one. There's a gentleman in the house who'd give 1. Actually, we're quite close, to be honest. But it's doable. And you know what? If I miscalculated or something went horribly wrong, we do have these. I mean, I could spare that for an extra 2 rep. Or, I mean, that if I had to. I'd rather not, but... Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it, and let's hire as well. Let's go nuts. Okay, so we're going to pass. What have I done with the card? I was putting it out there and I took it away. Maybe put it, Grant. Right, I don't know what I've done with it. There it is. Right, okay, so we're going to pass. So we refresh the service. So we've got everything available. There's not going to be space for them now. It's not going to matter. We're only going to have one more activity anyway. So everybody's available. I'll take him. I'll keep him near the end because he is going to get used. So everybody's available. We're going to reclaim our deck. Right, I'll not start going through it yet. I'll maybe try and lay the cards out before I make my selection. And then we're going to observe the round track event. Now this is where things might sort of come and make me think I've done the wrong thing, because we've got an objective card round track event. So we're going to draw 2 objective cards. And remember, we're still going to have to discard one of these before at the final courtship. Okay, so let's see what we get. We get, guaranteed, a group bonus: tennis court, cricket field, and croquet lawn. We've got the croquet lawn, tennis courts out there, and the cricket field. I think both of them got removed. So, yeah, it's not any good to us. That's not any good. And then the next one, oh, what the heck's that? 5 of any one category required, score only once. Eh? Tableau bonus, 6 victory points. 5 of any one category required, score only one. Well, we've got that. Oh yeah, I'm getting to do this before I decide if I want higher as well. I hadn't thought about that. So now I might want to just take the £200 and just not bother about that, because I think that's going to be. I mean, we've got 5 in each sport and prestige and estate. I think it says score only once because if you've got more than one, you would only. Yeah, I think we've got 6 victory points with that. So that actually then would, because, oh no, hang on, I can score 4, can't I? I forgot. Yeah, I can score 4. So we're going to discard this. So we kind of do still want the 2 valets, don't we? Yeah. Well, it's fine. I think it's fine. As long as I find, looking through my guests to invite, if there's other things that might be better rather than bringing well, I've got to make sure the rep's there, though, haven't I? I guess I maybe should have studied it a bit better, but okay. So that was the round track event, right? And then Monument Servants Hall. We've got 2 monuments, so we bump our rep by 2. Now, here we go then. So we can collect 200 or hire servants or refresh the builder's market. Oh. I'm forgetting we need the butler. I think it's fine still. We use the butler, but we want to use the useful man as well to make the Wesleyan cheaper. So it means we're not going to get the use of the useful man. Did I call him a useless man? I don't think I did. He's been useful. We're not going to get the benefit of him in the last round because both him and the butler are going to be in the servants' quarters, and the Wesleyan requires the butler. So, yeah, that's just reminding me about the useful man's ability when you get to this late stage of the game, isn't it? Is to go and search for a tile. It would go into the £800 slot. You know what? I don't. If it was for a group bonus objective, yeah, but we've not got that. So I think, I mean, the other things that you can do, I'm not going to need them again, really, am I? Well, you might want to buy a final tile. Well, to be honest, there's nothing there I would want to buy, is there? Oh, actually, I tell a lie. I would buy the carriage house. That's 1 point. But there's nothing else. We've got the Long Gallery, and we've got the West Terrace, haven't we? Yeah, and this is minus. This is 0. This, well, we're going to buy it. Well, we'll get a refresh, actually. But remember, £200 is 1 victory point at the end, isn't it? So if we get money and we don't use it, it's still going to count for points. Right. Okay, I think we can still do this. I was forgetting about if I use the butler, but I'm going to have to use the butler out of servants' quarters to run the West Saloon activity, the formal gathering. Okay, so yeah, let's do it. Yeah, the 2 valets aren't going to be of use to me as well, but I've got 2 footmen that can count as valets, and I've got the valet, and I've got plenty of ladies' stuff. Yeah, I'll be fine, I think, he says confidently. Right, we're gonna hire. So I need to get the butler out of there. Oh, he's on the floor again. Right, that's twice you've been on the floor. Try to tell me something. Okay, so he's gonna come and hire. Now, I spoke before, I didn't do it. And I spoke about using the cook here to give me 1 extra rep. I'm not sure if I could have done that or not. Just based on what you're doing here, you're hiring. But it's but you're doing it within the past turn. I'm not sure if anybody watching can confirm that would have been okay. It's just, I could use it here as well. I'm not 100% sure it's okay to do it. It feels like it's the same as just adding her to an activity. But what I'll do though is I'll just use her, because if I do use her now, she's going to be in servants' quarters as well. So I'll not have the chance in the last turn. So what I'll do is I'll just use her for the actual West Saloon, the formal gathering as well. And she can give a rep there, and that'll be good because we're looking for extra rep. So we'll just leave that, but maybe let me know if anybody wants to say that it would be okay to put the cook here while we're hiring within the past turn. So hire 2 recruits. Hire 2 or recruit 1, yeah. But that's for the multiplayer. So we're going to grab the 2 valets, I think, and that gives us, and they go expended. So that's that. So it does mean we've got no money and we want to buy that West Saloon. So there you go. So let's do it. Right, now we're going to shop. Okay, so I'm going to use the useful man here and make that £100 cheaper. I've got no money. I need £500. I'm going to look here. And it does say that you can do this as an unlimited amount of times. Special actions. Well, in fact, I'll show you on the card. It tells you on the card, I think. Where are we? Right, it's not there. Special actions. Where are you? Is it on the other side? There we go. Special actions. Yeah, borrow £100. When? Any time during turn, costs 2 reputation, limit none. And then the refresh as well, there's a limit and none with that. And the one that's limited is the refresh builder's market. You can only do that once. So we need £500, which is 10 reputation. So I'm going to spend 10 reputation here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would take us down to 8 for the first one and then 7 for the second one. So we should be sitting there at 7.4. And we should now have £500 in our pocket, which we're going to use straight away. or the discount of that, we're going to use and buy that vessel in. Now I'm going to put the useful man in the expended service. We're going to get the West Saloon. It's going to come down here. We're going to fix the market and add something. Well, this could be important. Well, the AI still got to roll as well. So that might make something go away. Billiards room, no, that's not any good because it's a minus on it. You're looking for something that you could buy for victory points. But then again, it's got to balance. I mean, £800 is worth 4 victory points at the end of the game. So, you know, yeah. Okay, that's everything done. We need to tidy up. We've shopped and clear up. So he comes away into here. Yeah, and that's the end of our turn. 18. We just need to scavenge, and we're going to roll and see what we get. We got a 2. That's a value tile again. There's no monuments. Oh, it's going to take the one gallery actually, which is quite good. So it's going to take the prestige tile because we've got that anyway. The shimmies down. A final tile for the £800 slot. Well, I suppose you could end up getting a 1 prestige tile that would go in, or a service tile maybe. Well, what do you know? Riding stables, right, we've got that as well, haven't we? So that goes in the reserve. We draw another one. Fence paddock, that goes in the reserve as well. It's a -2 if you buy it. And North Dining Room. Right. I thought I'd maybe seen that North Library there. So North Dining Room, well, it's worth 0 when you buy it. So probably unlikely to be buying anything else anyway. And yeah, that's a turn. So we move on to round 19. So we've got one more activity here, and then we have the final courtship. So, well, we know what we're doing now. Well, we don't know what guests are coming. I've still got a big pile of cards here. So but let's get started anyway. We might as well finish this off. It's just coming up for an hour, so should get this finished. Okay, right, so we're going to rotate service. So that goes in there. The only relevant one is the butler. We do need him. So it means that none of the rest of that's going to be able to get used. Which is a pity as well, I suppose, because it might have allowed us to bring more gentlemen. But, well, one of the main characters come along is that countess, so we're going to be able to have the service for her, definitely. And then, yeah, it's probably more about the ladies, to be honest. Okay, so rotate service, round chat monument, there's nothing on the round chat, but our monuments, we've got 2, so we're going to take 2 more rep, bouncing us back into 8. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reputation to max out. So that should be fine. So what we're going to do now, host an activity. Right, well, we know what activity we want to do as a West Saloon. We're hoping this is going to work. So we put that there and get ready. So 7 gentry. Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this butler out because we do need to have him out of there. I can't use any of the 3. The tile itself doesn't provide anything apart from allowing us 7. Well, I should put it there. 7 gentry. I'm probably going to be adding the cook. Well, yeah, because I don't have any other use for her. So let's get her there as well. Why not? I know I meant to invite my guests here first, but just to make it easier for me, yeah. Just wonder. No, we didn't get any gentlemen that required butler service, did we? I was just thinking no, he can he? No, it was the hall boy, wasn't it? But he can be a hall boy, can't he? But I don't think we've got to use substitute a hall boy for for the butler on a guest card where the butler is an essential servant. I think I could use them as a whole boy and then substitute him as a butler. I think. Well, hang on. The under butler, can the under butler be a butler? He can, can't he? Under butler who may perform any male service role except the useful man. Yeah. Oh, well, wait a minute then, Grant. But well, maybe. So maybe we don't. Yeah, I was just checking the rules just to make sure that he can be a butler, but I mean, it does say any male service role, regardless if one of those male servants is available. And then, obviously, there's a wee note on the actual title saying that he can't be a useful man. Oh, my battery's going low. Right, let's see if I can finish this. So, it's just in case I wanted to use one of his valets. I'm not really concerned about the useful man, because I think he's kind of done his thing. Unless he could go and find a tile. Nah, you know what? What tile out there is there? I think the Cabinet of Curiosity is one of the biggest ones, isn't it? I mean, and what is it on its front side? 3 maybe, I think? No, it's 4. So, if I was to use Ham to go and get a similar tile, but I think it's only the prestige tiles that have good points face up, and I get the feeling that's probably the best one. What about a monument? Oh, I don't think I can get a monument, can I? Monuments excluded, yeah. So, but the thing is, if it's worth 4 points and I'm going to have to spend £800 on it. £800 is worth 4 points, so that doesn't work. So I don't think the useful man is any use to us. So I don't need to be concerned about trying to get him from servants' quarters, but maybe one of the valets. And the only other thing the under butler would do would be give me an extra £100 using him as a hall boy. But hold on, Grant, stop. Because he can be a valet. So I'm better leaving him there. Yeah. Because he can be a valet, but he can also be the hall boy if I want him to be. So, yeah, that kind of makes... Yeah, that's right. Stop, Grant, stop. Just move on. Leave that as it is. So we can't use any of these 3. We've got plenty of other service. Right. 7 gentry. We've got our service there that we're going to use. The cook, just to give us that 1 rep, which is going to take us there. So we need an extra 1, 2, 3, 4 rep from our 7 gentry that are coming along to host this, what is it, formal gathering in the West Saloon. Right, let's have a look at the cards then. Okay, I'm just working my way through things here. I mean, this is a definite. I mean, okay, we've got to make sure we've got all the service. So it's possible that I might have to substitute something, because it's not an unlimited, even though it's quite a good service. We don't have these 2, which would have been nice, but so I might be restricted. So I'm thinking we definitely want her. I thought she would be good to bring. Well, not mainly for this, but she's one of the ones that's going to give us 2 rep. And then she would add a male guest, so that'd be an extra. That would turn it into 8. Then the young lady of the house is the other one that could give us the 2 rep that we need. That would max us out. We need 4 rep, and then we get 1 from the cook, and that's our 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And she needs to be accompanied with a prestige gentleman. Well, there's the prestige gentleman that we've got. So, I mean, I think out of that, he's probably the best, giving us a prestige guest. And, you know, these two are we're probably going to struggle to provide the service for these two. This one would be next in line because it's £400, which is worth 2 points. So I think he would be the one to accompany her. Again, we'll weigh these out and we'll see if it's going to work. So at the moment, that's 4 of our, well, potentially 8. I can add a male guest to here. Let's just say, well, if he was the next in line, he would be the one that she's going to bring along. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 3 more guests, don't we? We've got a rep. So what else have I got? Well, the lady of the house, I think, to discard the American heiress. To be honest, I mean, it's tempting to... Well, yeah, I thought about it at first and I thought, why don't we use the American heiress? But the problem is, it's... where is she? It's... You lose 3 rep when you play her. So that would mean I'd need another 3 rep. And I've not got that. I don't think I've got that. So let's look at other... So she would get rid of that, but that's worth 3 points to us, like I've said. So I think now we're looking for either big money or... Oh, here's another guy with reputation, actually. But again, then I'm just bringing rep along so we can play the American heiress. No, I don't think that's wise. I think... Yeah, I think this makes some sense. I've only got 3 rep in on our place. That guy, and well, there's one there as well, I suppose. Okay, see, I think she would be quite good to have. She's bringing a prestige guest. Well, and her, but she's prestige. Yeah, I think that's maybe... Is that not enough? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and the extra one is him coming along with her. We've got 1, 2... There's 2 casual guest draws in there, which obviously can be risky as well, can't they? We might end up with more minuses. And that's everything else I've left out. I know you maybe can't see it all, but I don't think there's anything apart from money. Yeah, like I say, drawing a prestige guest is probably better than... It's better than £200, I would think. I mean, yeah, I might end up only getting a 1 or 2 victory point card out of it, but... And I think it's better than a £300 card. I mean, we have got one gentleman we're bringing along and gives us 400. In fact, we're sitting at 900. Was there a reason we didn't? No, money wasn't. It was just for victory points now, wasn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, I don't really... I mean, there was her who gives a prestige guest, but we'd need to lose £200. So that... Again, that's another ladies' maid, which I'm thinking I might be running out of. I might not even... I don't even think I've got enough for what I've got in the actual event here. Yeah, I can't see nothing else there. I know it's probably not easy for you to see them. You know, casual guest. This is another one that's got rep. This one had rep and a casual guest. This one's screen a casual guest, but yeah. So I think I've got the best of the bunch. So the only consideration might be this one. It's a negative £200 to do it. So that's only one maybe. But let's just check the guests there. You can probably just see them in the corner. Well, I do have 1, 2, 3 ladies maids. Now, yeah, she's not any good for that situation, is she? Yes, she can go here, but she can't do the other things. So we've got too many, haven't we? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ladies maids. That one's just off camera here. So we've got one too many, haven't we? Yeah. Got 3 ladies maids and a housemaid. But we need the housemaid. Hang on though, Grant. No. Yeah, she can stand in for the housemaid, and then the housemaid can stand in for a lady's maid. Can't she? What was the other thing the housemaid was going to let us do? Screen guess, yeah. Well, I could take my chances with that. Well, what about the male side of things? We've got a footman and 2 valets. And we've only got 1 valet available, but we've got 2 footmen and they can count as valets. So that works out perfectly. Okay. Yeah, she takes a ladies' maid as well, though. I started to think, well, if she didn't take a ladies' maid, maybe I could consider her, but £200, we're going to get, what did I say, £900, which is worth 4 points. If I use her instead of... Who would I use her instead of, though? That's the thing. I mean, she gives a prestige guest. She gives a... Mind you, she gives a prestige and a casual guest. Would she not be better in that place? To avoid... Because we're not going to be able to screen that casual guest. So... Maybe... I don't know. Is that silly? £900, so that would give us £700, so we'd lose a point there by doing that. But we might lose that. Nah. Let's just... I think I'll just go with what I've got here. Yeah, 900. Hang on. Under butler can make that hall boy into £1,000. Oh yeah, I forgot we could have been using him as a valet, couldn't we? As well. But I don't think there's anything else I want to add. We've just got money, and I think prestige guests are better. I mean, this guy, okay, he's bringing 400, and there's not another prestige guest option. Well, apart from a lady, but he's coming along because of her. So it would have to be a gentleman. So yeah. Right, I think I'm going to stick with that. So, I showed you the rest of the cards though, whether you could see them properly or not. Maybe you'd have done it differently, but I'm going to go with that, I think. Right, that's it. I'm not going to look into it anymore. I've decided that's what I'm going to do. I'm a bit concerned my battery's going to die here as well. Right, so let's provide service. Okay, so we've decided, yeah, if we're doing it that way, we need to have her as a housekeeper. A lady's maid there, valet there, a lady's maid there, footman, and a footman acting as a valet because of the brushing room. And then finally, just down here, we've not got any ladies' maids left. We do have the housekeeper though, so she can come down here. I think I didn't restrict. Substitute the head housemaid for the housekeeper on a guest card where the housekeeper is an essential servant. And it doesn't sort of say she needs to be available. Let me just double check the upstairs, downstairs bits about head housemaid. They stand in when the housekeeper is the mandatory servant on a gentry card. Regardless of whether the housekeeper is available. Okay, good. So I think that's okay. I think we can do what I've got set up there. And then finally, the under butler is going to stand in for a hall boy and just grab an extra £100 out of there. Okay? And that's us got 7 gentry. And then there's an extra one because she's able to add a male guest. And I can only assume that's how that works. I can only assume that's allowed. Right. Good. I think I've done it. I think we're good. We're alright with service there. Right, what are we getting? Let's enjoy our reward, our favours. We've got £500 here. Another 4 there, and then the whole boy. So we've got £1,000, which is worth 5 points to us. So that's good. And then we've got reputation-wise, we've got, well, she's accompanied by this prestige gentleman. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing more there. And then, however, we've got the cook. So that's 5 reputation, which should be spot on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's us maxed out there. Good stuff. And then guess, right, this is where we could be bitting a little bit. So, well, let's get these 2 casual guests out the way first then. So, unfortunately, unscreened casual guest number 1 is okay. No harm done. No points though, but that's fine. And then number 2, fingers crossed. Oh, yeah, we're good. We've done pretty well there, actually. They're pretty decent guests that we drew. Fortunately, not worth any points, though, but however. So that was our 2 casual guest draws. Yeah, I'm going to leave that till last. Well, I'm pretty sure we know who's getting... Because I'm not going to do the screen draw. I'm going to do the dismiss option. So we've got 1 there, 1 there, and 1 here. That's prestige guests. So we're going to draw 3 prestige guests. And we're going to hope that they're going to boost our points even more, hopefully. Right, here's the first one. There's a 1. Another 3. There've all been 3s apart from that 7. Right, hopefully we've got 2 more to come though, so hopefully. That wasn't great. Yeah, I've got 2 more to come, haven't I? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right, second one is... There we go, that's better. A 4. Oh, that's Lady Ethel Fairchild. That was us look at the courtship. I think we worked that one out. That's 4 victory points. And then the final one is a 3. Okay, we'll take that. That's an R promotional one. That's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, only that for service as well. 2 rep, £300, and a prestige guest. Okay, that wasn't bad. And then finally, we've got a VP card, and we've got to dismiss. Well, you know what? I'll just dismiss just now. Because we've got 2 we'd like to dismiss, but obviously she's minus 3 victory points. This is minus 1, so we'll need to keep the minus 1, and we'll get rid of the minus 3. American era, she done her thing. Damn. Sorry, hang on. Yeah, and then final favour is a victory point card. Is that right? Yeah. So let's draw one of them, and hopefully it's at least a 4. Whoosh. There you go. 4 or another objective, but I think we're... I could take risks and look for objectives, admittedly, but I think 4 victory points is a safer bet, isn't it? Right, all good there. We do have £1,000. We are not going to spend that £1,000. There's nothing there that... like I say, even if I had you been able to use a useful man, go and get something for here and buy it for 800, I don't think that. That's worth 5 victory points. I don't think we would have got anything better than that. So yeah, we're all good. So we can tidy up. So the main thing to tidy up, really, not an awful lot more we need to do. I'm just trying to speed this up. That flips into 5 points, which is the main part. All our service is going expended in here, so we're going to have these in the servants' quarters. But remember, this is the last round anyway, so it doesn't matter with that. All our cards that get discarded, and we'll move into the last courtship. So I'll tidy things up, and we'll see what that turns out to be. Okay, so we're not buying from the market, but I would roll dice here, but I don't see the point. It's only going to remove a tile, or it would refresh the market. Yeah, it doesn't do anything, so there's no point doing that. So let's just move on to the final courtship, where we're going to draw our last. Now, what do we want it to be? Well, you know what? I've no time. My battery is going to die. In fact, you know what? I might be better just slowing things down and pausing and recharging it a little bit for the last 10 minutes, just in case it would be. Because I do want to count all my points and go through it carefully and make sure I've got it right. So, give me a sec. I'll put things on pause for a little bit. Right, okay. I've actually managed to plug my phone in while it's going here, because I want to get this finished. I was like, plugged it in and I thought, I don't want to sit here and waiting my phone charging, so I want to get this done. Find out where we are. Right, so I think there's little chance of us winning this last courtship, because it counts up all these and the one we're about to draw. So yeah. Yeah, I don't even think it's possible. So let's just draw the card and then see what we get. It's from that side, Grant. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Don't think it matters. No, well, there you go. It's prestige. So yeah, we know we're. Well, let's count the numbers. Let's just see what we would have had to get. Trying to avoid the glare there. So we've got. Right, there's no essential tile. So we've got, hang on. Right, so there's no essential, it's just Prestige, Estate, Sporting and Service. So we've got Service, let's maybe put them in order. Service, Estate, Prestige and Sporting. So one of each, and we would count, if we had the double of these, we'd count this twice, but there's not, So Service is 5, Estate is 26, so that's 31, Prestige is another 36, that's 67, and Sporting 14 is 81, is that right? 31, 67, 77, 81, right, we've got 81 to beat. Let's have a look. Okay, so 81 to beat, well, actually, you don't have essentials, Grant, so you could probably skip by that one. So, Service, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Estate, we've got 2, 7, 10, 14, 17. And then Prestige, we've got 2, 9, 16, 17, 20. And then finally, Sporting, we've got 2, 7, 11, 14, and then we didn't flip this, so it's a -1, so that's 13. For a total of 20, 37, 47, 50, 54. 54 to 81. So there was no way we were going to get that. I think we've probably done the best we could. Well, we could have, if we got really lucky, I suppose, and well, in an ideal world, if we'd drawn 2 of these and 2 of these, then, but come on, yeah. So we lose the final courtship. They get 1 more victory card. So, but like I said, they got 2, we got 2, and we've added another 3 as well with that countess that we had. So they get 2 cards, and unfortunately they do get one of the Fairchilds to add to their score at the end. We can discard these now. So that's going to add to their score, along with the 2 victory point cards that we don't want. That we don't know what they are yet. I think I can just put these back. It's all done. Okay, that's the game. Oh, no, actually, one more thing. But, well, it's pretty straightforward. We've got to discard another objective. We're going to discard that. I think we scored the other ones, so that's good. Okay, game's finished, and we just need to count up the scores. And obviously 327 plus 8 plus whatever these two are, that'll be our final score. Right, let me find the score pads. Not sure where I put them. Hang on. Right, I'll put in this bit, because this is obviously one that I'd done extended play. Actually, this was my play. No, it wasn't. This is the one that I'd done after I recorded the video. Why have I not scored it in there then, Grant? Where did you put it? Is it somewhere else? Because the one I recorded, I only missed out by a point, didn't I? Extended games. Oh, it was against the Plantagenet, or however it is you pronounce it. Ah. Yeah, here it is. This was the game that I recorded against the Plantagenet. I was Cavendish. This was just a base game extended, not upstairs, downstairs. And they beat me by 1 point, 206 to 205. So I played the game afterwards, not on camera. And you're right, yeah, right, Grant, that's why you've got that score. And I really thumped them, actually, 261 to 187. So I think that's probably my highest score. However, this wasn't using the upstairs, downstairs, so that encourages me a little. 261, that encourages me quite a bit. So, what I see then. So this is extended play, upstairs, downstairs. Right, let me fill in a couple of things in. Okay, so there's me, G, Howard, AI expert. I've got Worm in there. It's not the sharpest pencil I've brought out, unfortunately. So but it's all about the numbers, isn't it? So, well, their subtotal, they go right down here and get a subtotal here of 327. Which I'll put in there. And then, obviously, I won't look at the... Well, we know they're getting another 8 plus something, so we know what they're kind of getting. Right, let's start off for ours then. Improvement tile, victory points. So, let's count up our improvement tiles. Okay, so starting up top, we've got 2, 7, 11, 14, that 13, yeah, because of that VP. And then 2, 9, 16, 17, 20. So I'm just, rather than counting them up all together, I'm writing them down. That's 13 plus 20. And then 2, 7, 10, 14, 17. Plus another 17. Service, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for essentials, we've got nothing for the study, 1, 6. So 6. So in total, and why have you wrote it that way, Grant? I don't know. 20, 37, 50, 60. 60 points for our improvement tile victory points. Okay, so 60 points in there, Howard. Well, you can see right away there, look, I had 71 there. That was extended play normal, so I'm behind there already, really. Right, Gentry VP, so our cards. Right, what's the best way to kind of do this? I feel like this lamp's moved around. I feel like I'm in the dark here a bit. Right, let's just add this up together then. So we're looking for the top right hand corner. So 2, 3, 4, nothing for that. 5, nothing. 6, 9, 12, 16, nothing. -1, so 15, nothing. 17, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 29, 31, 32. Yeah, I don't think that's great, is it? 32, well, I suppose if we compare it to this other one, look at that, 51 we had. 32, yeah, that kind of tells you something. Okay, so Subtotal there is 92. 92. Right, objective and milestones VP. Right, well we did hit max rep, so we get that 7. We got 3 valets, so we get that. We got this a row of 5. We've got choice of 3 actually, so we get that. 1 victory point each 2 basic servants. Butler, housekeeper and under butler do not count. Butler. So let's take the butler and the under butler out. They do not count. And the housekeeper, was it? Butler, housekeeper and under butler don't count. So these all would count. Yeah. And it's 1 for each 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 divided by 2. So there's 5 points for that. So we've got 5, 6 for that, 11, 18, 24. So 24 for our objectives. And again, I fell behind on the previous one, 24. So yeah, I must have had a good game there. Reputation VP, well, we're maxed, so I'm pretty sure that's the same. Hang on, extended game. I'm pretty sure it would have been maxed out in that one too. So extended game, yeah, it's 45 points, so that is the same. That's the same. I figured that was the case. I think the extended game, you're kind of expected to reach it. So 45 in there, and then we'll get a subtotal of everything from here: 2, 6, 11, carry 1, 10, 16. We're way behind, aren't we? 161, and I was 193 there. Right, service, 2 victory points per servant. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's times 2 and that's 2 per servant. So 14, we've got 28. Well, that's an improvement. 28 in there. Wealth 1 per 200. Wow. I had obviously quite a lot of money left. We've got 1,000, so that's only 5 victory points. Must have had a lot. Well, I must have had 2,000 obviously. So 5 in there. And then subtotal that we've got 1, 9, 14. Carry 1, 7, 9, and 1. So I'm sitting at 194. And then add our courtship victory point cards. Well, we didn't get the courtship card. Our victory point cards are, let's bring them close. We have done pretty well with that. So we've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 19. Well, I say we've done pretty well. Look at what I've done over there. Right, I forgot the number there. 4, 8, 12, 16, 19. So I've got 19 points there. There's a 3, add a 1, there's 11, there's 213. 213. Ouch. Yeah, this must have been a really good game I had. I mean, I got 40 victory points total there. Yeah. Well, you can see we don't even need to know. Well, they get 8 points for having one of the Fairchilds, and she's got a 4 and or 7, so 15 points there to add in here. 7, 12, carry 1, 3, 4. So a final total of 342, and yeah, that's kind of how I kind of felt things were going to be. I'm 129 points behind. 129 points. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's going to be awful tough to beat. I mean, I feel this game here that I had, I mean, that was not upstairs, downstairs, was it? Is that not just the... It's an extended game, but it's just the base game. And yeah, I got 261 points. So I'm really lacking here, am I? I'm really missing something. Yeah, well, okay. I thought I might have got a little bit closer than that. To be honest, even the way things were going, I knew things weren't going brilliant. I knew I wasn't going to win, but I did still think I might have got a little closer. You know, I might have got close to 300, but I'm nowhere near it. I'm nowhere near it. That almost looks impossible, that figure. However, I definitely, well, I think two major things. I think within this game, you're probably going to get a group bonus victory point, at least one of them. You're probably going to be able to do it, and the fact you can use that useful man to go and get a tile at some point, maybe to complete a group bonus, you'd be looking at getting, I think, 2 group bonuses, which is possibly around about 30 points for the 2, and then something like that. So that's you talking about. What did I get? I got 24 points. There's a possibility you can maybe get between 40 and 50 points. You know. But I think the biggest one was probably the guests. Okay, we got a couple of 5s at the end there, but even the first one we drew from that last 3 was a 3, wasn't it? A couple of 5s, and then we got that 7, obviously. But having them earlier on, having the stronger victory point cards, prestige guests earlier on to be able to use their abilities more than once. I mean, okay, we did get 2 uses of the Countess, and we doubled up one of them as well with the sweet thing, whatever it was. Yeah, I must admit, I did think I was going to get a bit closer on that, so it just shows you. Well, curious to know, if anybody's watching this, how have you fared? What scores have you got? Have you tried it? How many times have you tried it to get that score, maybe, or that just looks rather poor, doesn't it? Even the game that I lost, where did I say? Where was it? The game that I lost on camera. Nah, I've lost it. Where was it? There it is, there. I mean, even that one, even the one that I'd done with the base game, he beat me by 1 point, 206 to 205. Well, I've only ended up with 213 points. So that's probably that's a poor score, isn't it? That's not a good score for when you're using the upstairs, downstairs. Yeah. Okay. Well, it was enjoyable, and that's the main thing. I enjoyed it. It definitely means that I'll be coming back to try it again. Do I need to maybe go away and think about how I went about that and where I messed up? I don't know. That's a tough call. I mean, prestige and estate, 36 and 26. I mean, come on. How can you compete with that? But is that somewhere I should be bothered about looking? Because we did win 2 of the courtships, we lost 2 of the courtships. So maybe not any harm done there. The only harm done was we lost the last courtship, but I think you're going to struggle to win the last courtship against that opponent. I think I'd like to hear anybody that's... If you have won it, estate and prestige is probably not showing up for you. Anyway, yeah, let me know what your scores have been. And I do feel like that's a poor score, so whether it was poor play, a bit of bad luck, combination of the both, maybe. But I enjoyed it anyway. Okay, I'll get away for now, and I'm sure I'll return to this at some point and give it another go down the line somewhere. And I'll get it set up in a bit bigger table space as well, so that I can get the cards on show and maybe adjust the light a bit better. I find this is the worst bit for getting glare where I am, so it's just my other main parts of the table. I've got games set up, so okay. Right, I'll be back. Well, if any of you are watching this, it's mainly war game stuff that I've done, solitaire war games. So if any of you are watching this, you're possibly not interested in any of that, but I'll probably be back to it. I've got DD at Saipan over there, and we've been struggling away with that a bit, but I'm still persevering with it, so I think I'll get back to that, and we'll see. We're waiting on some answers from the designer about some questions that we've got, so hopefully get them soon and can get back to that. Okay, right, I'll be back with something. Cheers.